online haircut.
Welcome back to Avenues. I
Yes.
just realized we're supposed to have a guest this week. What
Yeah.
happened with that?
Couldn't get one, bro.
Okay.
People
I'll
are
try
busy.
to get one next week. My success rate, guys, I just wanted to make this public. My success rate with guests lately have been so much better than his.
Yeah,
So leave that up to me, I guess, for next week. And then for this week, we'll be talking about Sweet Life on Zach and Cody with their anniversary thing, I guess you could say, that happened this week. We'll talk about Snoop Dogg quitting weed. We'll talk about some travel plans. Let's jump right into this episode. What do you want to start off with?
let's start us off with your travel plans. 'Cause
Okay.
I feel like that was
Get the
pretty
biggest topic out of the way.
yeah.
Okay, well, basically, I told Justin a little bit of this off camera. This weekend, I'm probably going to be getting my plane ticket to Seoul. That's going to be in August 9th to some, 20-something. I'm there for 2 weeks, so pretty big plan. I have a pretty big goal in mind. So it's funny how I have a goal with this, but I don't know what I'm going to do after high school when it comes to university. But anyway, so I talked to my friend that is going to be going with me, and I'm going to be living with him for 2 weeks-ish. I want to get thrown into the deep end, like I was saying. I want to be, since we're stepping out of high school, my life's going to be completely different than what it is right now. My living situation's going to be different. I don't know if I'm going to be living in my house or if I'm going to be getting the basement suite or if I'm moving to a campus. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not going to be living in my room anymore. So yeah, everything, like, my life will be mostly different. Like, it will be mostly, there's not much that will stay the same when it comes to consistency in my day-to-day life. But with that being said, I want to be thrown into the deep end. High school will just finish, and I want to just go into this new society. I'm not going to be going with my parents. I'm going to be taking a 11-hour plane ride by myself. It's probably going to be the most boring 11 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just this for 11 hours.
Gotta download some episodes for that.
I can binge watch all the Lord of the Rings movies, and I probably still wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I'll download some movies. I have some movies I got in mind I'll download. Probably watch those. My prediction, the night before, I don't think I'll get any sleep.
Yeah.
Because it would just be so much stuff going in my mind. I mean, I've been waiting for this trip, honestly, since 2019. Since the idea was proposed to me, I've been interested in it, and it's been in the back of my mind ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, like, coming up in less than a year. In a few months, I'll be in Asia by myself, and, well, I'll have friends, but not, like, family. So, for me, that's huge. I think for anyone that would be huge. I have everything worked out when it comes to what airline, what flights, what date, time. My plan is, after football is done, because that takes up a lot of time, I will get another job, and I'll have 2 jobs. One, I want to work, like, really often, like, almost every day, for, like, a few hours, not, like, a big chunk of time, but, like, a few hours. And what I want to do is kind of what Justin has been doing with his car. I want to have a savings and checking. So, like, half or 75%, whatever, I'll figure that out. Let's just say half for now. Half of my amount that I get from paycheck to paycheck will go into checkings. Half will go into savings. The savings, I'll be able to spend on stuff that I want to just buy. Because there is stuff that I want to buy. Like, I want the money. Like, I want to be able to buy stuff that is hard for me to get because my income is really low. So I want to just have money in general to buy stuff like, I don't know, clothing, shoes, candy, food, whatever. Like, just stuff I see. Like, for example, I don't have to go to Dollarama and be like, hey, I want that, pack of Skittles, and not have to worry about, my balance. Which, I mean, that doesn't happen often, but it's there. And so, like, I used to be like that because I didn't really spend a lot of money. As I got older, I'm, like, spending a lot more money on stuff. So I want to have that, but also the reason I'm saving up, like putting half of it away, is because I really want to go to Japan. Mm-hmm. And the reason I'm going to be in Korea for 2 weeks, I'm just booking that time to be there for 2 weeks. I'm not actually. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna stay there for 2 weeks. So what I really want to do is I really want to go to Japan. That's like, it's not happening, but it's like I really want to. Probably Tokyo. I think the culture there's really, really cool. There's so much stuff to see there that's just it's amazing. Like, I would rather be there than Korea. The only reason I'm going to Korea is because I get free hospitality from my friend. Shout out Chris.
Yeah.
That's gonna be living there with me, and so the only thing I have to pay for in Korea is food and like attractions. Attractions is not like a must, but it's just like if I want it. Like, what I need money for is food. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So what I want to do is put money aside to save up. I have some time. A flight from Seoul to Tokyo is like only like $236, like around there last time I checked. Give me like a month or two, and the amount I want to work, I'll probably get it. So I'll be saving my money for just stuff I want to buy, and then also for Japan, and also for food.
Yeah.
And food and hospitality for Japan as well. I really, I saw these when I was younger, and I just kind of like fell in love with it. Have you seen capsule hotels?
Yes, I have.
Those look so sick. You pay like $10 Canadian, and you get this like capsule, which is like your pod and then like a TV, and you get a locker so you can put all your stuff in there. You don't have to worry about theft.
Yeah.
And it's only like $10 Canadian, and it's so cool and it's so cheap. I really want to do that. So there's that. So the money will be for that. Which I'm confident if I get the job and get the hours I want, I'll be able to have enough money for that. That's my plan. The reason I chose 2 weeks long in Korea is so that I can spend a few days in Japan. I'm not going to be in Japan for another 2 weeks, but I'll be there for like, I'd say less than a week is my ideal time. Like 4 days, 5 days, something like that. And if I have money left over, if I really make a lot, I'll go to another country. One country I want to go to in Malaysia is in Asia, in Malaysia. I'm thinking like, okay, what are some countries in Asia that I want to go to? And I'm like, Malaysia would be pretty nice to go to. But that's just like optional. Like, I don't really care if I go or not. It's just like, if I have the money, I'll go.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, there's not really other countries in Asia that kind of, I mean, there's China, but no, I don't want to go to China as a Canadian as well.
China, like,
No, I'm not. Fuck China, and I'm not going to North Korea. Actually, if I can convince my friend, I want to go to the DMZ. Like, I really do. I'm not gonna run in there like that African American over the summer, but I do want to go there. I want to be able to look at Pyongyang and stare it right in the face. Yeah, because it's like, to me, it's like, dude, you grow up learning like all this crazy shit about this country. Like, how cool would it be to look at it?
That would be pretty
You can
cool.
put like some like 25 cents in, and you can get the telescope thing, you know, and you could see it. Like, I saw someone put their camera in it, and you could see it like it's like from here to that wall.
Yeah.
And you could see like the city, people, like all that stuff. I want to do that. Yeah, it's gonna be a really fun trip. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm probably booking it this weekend. I'm getting help from my parents from that, but it will probably happen this weekend. I don't know, maybe not. But don't be surprised by next week if I have my plane tickets, which is crazy.
That's awesome. It's the good thing about like having a friend there is that first off, he can show you like the best places to go.
He speaks the language.
He speaks the language. He can like help translate, and he knows all the good places. Like, you're not gonna waste your time
because he
going
lived
to,
there.
Like, a shitty food place.
Like 100%.
On stuff that like there's too many tourists or the lines are too long. Like, you'll be getting pretty much like the best experience for like the lowest amount of money, which is like I find really great. So yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
You don't even have a job though.
I know. I don't have a job right now. You know.
Yeah.
Unemployed. So, and I need money for a car. I'm trying to get a car.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of that, today was my birthday, so I get.
Yeah. Shut up. Happy birthday, Justin.
So, yeah, my birthday today. So that means I'm eligible to get my N. So in BC, basically, there's like there's like 3 technical licenses you have. So first, when you're 16. You can get your learners, which basically means you take like a knowledge test, and you basically do like a quiz, and you just answer a bunch of questions. Then once you do that, you can basically drive with an adult. So like if you have like your parents or something, anyone who's over the age of like 18, I think, or has their full license, you can drive if they're present in the car, and then you can also drive like one other person. So you need one family member, and then it can be like one other person, I guess, like friend, family, doesn't really matter. But then when you get your N, you take your road test, and you can basically drive pretty much like any time. And you pretty much have your license, you can drive. But you can only drive like 2 other people.
No one does that, I feel like.
Everyone overseats. Like, it's like a...
But that's stupid, though, to be completely honest. Like, you're probably not going to get caught, sure, and, like, but if you do, that's a big fine.
I've had friends, I'm not going to say any names, but a friend that was busted for, like, I think he was speeding on the highway, and then he was also overseating, and, anyways, he got fined a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I think he got his car impounded or something, so...
You guys want that? Keep it up.
Yeah, don't. It's not. I don't know. Not the best move. But I feel like when I get my license and I finally get it, I feel like I'll be a little more reckless, and probably like oversee a little bit. But I mean, a lot of my other friends have their cars and have their licenses already because I'm like younger than everyone else, and my birthday's later. So hopefully I don't have to be like driving everyone around and stuff. But
you got me.
Yeah, I got you. I'll hook you up with some rides. You know how it is. But yeah, I gotta like book some lessons and stuff. I mean, I'm like, for the most part, I'm good at like driving on the road and whatever. But the only thing I really need like practice on is just like parking, like parallel parking, and even like pulling in's not that bad, but just like parallel, and like some of like the weird stuff you get in the test. Like, you have to show them where your like high beams are, and then like indicate without your indicator. So you have to do like the stop and then left, right. There's some like weird.
If you're biking.
Ones. Yeah, it's literally like the bike symbols, so I don't know, but you have to know those, and then a couple like weird things, like you have to learn how to like defrost your windshield just in case.
Well, that's important, yeah.
Yeah, that's like pretty important. But then there's like, you gotta know how to like, there's some other weird ones like pop the hood and shit, I guess, which is also pretty important. But yeah, so hopefully I can get some lessons in, and my goal, I guess, is like around December-ish, before like Christmas holidays and stuff, and before, if we get snow here, like before that happens. So ideally around December-ish. So yeah, hopefully I can book those lessons and then actually pass my test, because so many people, like, I know like a lot of people who failed on the first try.
Yeah, I don't think it's uncommon.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty normal. Like, I feel like most people, like most of my friends and stuff, have passed first try, but they've also had lessons and stuff. I know people that have failed I know a couple of people who failed the driving part, so, hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do that when I'm prepared, so, yeah.
Okay, so, we talked about the Sweet Life on Deck. In 2008, Season 1, Episode 14 came out, and basically, in this scene, Zach and Cody went to a restaurant, and they tried to get table for 2, or dose. And this is what happened. This was breaking the internet this week. Everyone was freaking out about it, and it's been really funny of a meme. So we'll play it for you guys, and then we'll talk about it.
Table for dose? Of course. I can squeeze you in at 7:30. Oh, perfect. On November 16, 2023.
But that's in 15 years. What if I don't feel like Italian that day?
Next!
Okay, so that's the video. Pretty funny. I like the comment about what if I don't feel like Italian that day. That's pretty funny. So concerning recognition, that clip they've tagged the 2 actors many times, and like they've just ignored it. Disney's posted it on Instagram, all this stuff. It's been everywhere. Mm-hmm. They've ignored it. However, the actress that plays the waitress, or the hostess, made a video on Instagram. It's like 3 seconds long, and they're just like, "Oh, welcome back. I'll seat you to your table now," something like that. And just on Justin, it would have been better if they're just like, "Hey, where are you guys? Like, it's time to get your table," or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, because they got 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, because they haven't responded to the internet on it.
Yeah.
Some people are like, Disney should bring back a scene, but dude, the cost of that, like, it's just not happening. But I think it's really cool. And, like, the whole purpose of the scene, like, the context was, like, I remember the episode. Obviously, I didn't watch it 15 years ago. I was too young to even remember that in 2008. But I've watched all the episodes. I haven't watched that show in a long time.
Yeah.
Which I should actually. It's a great, one of the best Disney shows out there. And it was like, the context was like, this is a big famous restaurant. All these really big people go here. I'm just going off of memory, and they wanted to go because they didn't really believe like all this hype about it. So when they went, and then they said a 15-year wait because it's so popular. Now restaurants like I know in LA or like Vegas, Hawaii, like big restaurant places, like big cities, they have like sometimes they have like a year wait, which is like pretty ridiculous, but like 15 years, dude, not even Mr. Beast is like pulling off those numbers, or David Dobrik for his like pizza place or burger place.
Yeah.
Like that's not happening. Like 15 years is fucking crazy. So the writers obviously just threw in that day, cause why the fuck not? 2023. Here you go. I wonder if they thought this out. I wonder if they're gonna be like, yo, people are gonna be like freaking out. I mean, the internet was like pretty small back then, but it was around. I don't think they would have really thought about this, honestly. I mean, that's just my prediction. It's really cool to see the fandom kind of come back, because I haven't really seen that at all, honestly. Like I have never seen this much like fan appreciation for the show ever. So that's cool. I found out about this online and I was like, yeah, this is so funny. And it makes you feel old.
Yeah, it does.
Especially since we weren't even around. Like for those people that probably watched that episode like as it came out, because back then Disney, I even remember like growing up, Disney would have a show. So it'd be like, okay, new episode this Wednesday at 9 p.m. So they would air the episode, so you would see it for the first time.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore, really, for cable. I guess they do, but it's like just not popular.
Yeah.
Because people have grown up and grown old. So I think like honestly, I think it's cool, but it does, for those people that like remembered watching that, they definitely feel older than us. I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, I obviously didn't watch it in 2008 when it aired, but I've watched the episode, and I remember the episode. I don't remember that. I don't remember that scene, but yeah.
No, I used to watch it with my sister because she's a little older than me, so we used to watch like all like the Disney Channel and like Family Channel. Do you remember that? Like that like network.
PBS Kids.
Yeah, PBS Kids. Yeah, exactly. Like all of those like programs and stuff. So yeah, I remember we would have been like 2 if the time it like
we would have been
out.
2. You would have been
I
1.
I would have been 1, and then like a day and 364 days years old. So there you go. But it reminds me a lot of like the Back to the Future day. Do you remember when this happened? So the date that they traveled to was October 21st, 2015. And so that was like the day. And I remember when they basically on that date, like 2015, I remember on the news that day, they're like, oh, it's Back to the Future, the actual day. And yeah, it's funny because like the predictions in Back to the Future,
most of it was wrong.
Flying cars and hoverboards and shit. And
they got some things right about it though.
Yeah,
they did get some things right, but it was not the same version. Like the idea was there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hoverboard. We had hoverboards.
Yeah, we had like
that year, I think.
Yeah, right. It's like
not the cool skateboard.
Like
like
not the hoverboards, but
yeah. I don't remember. Like I've watched clips of news feeds about it.
Yeah.
But at the time, I did not remember it. I remember that year though. There was a lot of stuff happening. They put it back into the theaters.
Did they?
Yeah, they put it back into theaters, and then they also did a big skit on Jimmy Fallon.
Really?
Where the actors came onto the show and they like were acting like, oh, where are we? Like they went into the future on his show.
Oh,
like they
that's
just
cool.
rolled up, but they were like the age of 2015, and the doctor doesn't look any older. If I'm being completely honest, he hasn't aged much. He wasn't even that old there, but I think like makeup and all this stuff made him look older. I think he was like early 60s, but he looked like he was in his 70s.
Yeah.
Now he's old. He's still alive. He's in his 90s.
Really?
And then Michael J. Fox is in his late 50s.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did the skit. I remember watching that actually at the time. It wasn't on the same day. Well, it might have been. But I remember in 2015, it was just all about that.
Yeah.
Like, well, not all about it. There's a lot of stuff on the internet about that. So I do remember that from that. And internet, videos and all that stuff about it.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool. I like when like shows and stuff do that. It's kind of like a nod to the future, and it's like we'll see who comes back and like if anyone will remember it. Because I feel like
It's like it's literally a time capsule.
exactly. Like I wonder if there's shows that have like done it and then just never got like
Could well be.
never came back. But you do have to do it in like a way that's like how, you know what I mean? You can't just do it on any random like show.
And what do you
guess.
think the directors were thinking when they wrote like 2023 November 16th? Like if they're like what's going through their head? Like I wonder if they're like, oh, I wonder what the world's gonna be like. And you can wonder all you want, but there's nothing for you to be able to know.
Like imagine like, yeah, I think there's gonna be a global pandemic in 2020, and it's gonna from China, and it's gonna kill a bunch of people. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like the state of the world is such a like crazy guess to make. Like it's just I mean, look how off we are in Back to the Future. 2015, they thought there was like
Flying cars.
flying cars and hoverboards and stuff. Where
No. Yeah, I think another thing they got right was in the restaurant they had robotic waiters. They have that in some places.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen those, like the little.
Yeah, they had that in Sam and Cat as well. I don't know if you remember that, but like, I think they had some things right, not many. Most of it was wrong. I think also like we can do the same thing right here right now. Like, oh, me and Justin are gonna be doing the podcast until September 30th, 2031. If we blow up, guys, come back to this, clip this, send this to us. Maybe this will become a thing. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you can wonder all you want, like, what's gonna happen on September 30th in 2031. It's like, think about that right now. Like,
How old would he be? 31?
We would be
31. So we're what's it now? 2023.
and we're 17.
2031 minus 2023. That's not. Wait, what? It's only 8 years away. So we will be 25 years old.
Yeah.
That's weird to think about.
25 doesn't seem that far away, but 8 years is a good chunk of time. So guys, come back 8 years, clip this, send this to us if we ever blow up from this. But I think no, like if you try, like I'm gonna sit down right now in a second and think like, what could I possibly depict about the world in 2031? Like you can't, like you literally cannot sit here and think of anything.
8 years is like, it's like a lot of time, but not a lot of time at the same time. You know what I mean? It's not like, I feel like it's not like a really big enough gap to say like, oh yeah, there's gonna be flying cars and shit, and like we'll get someone on Mars, and Elon Musk will be like, a robot or some shit. Like it's not like, I feel like not like many drastic things will happen, like, but I feel like some small.
I think the way of life could change though.
Yeah, there could be something. Like, I mean, think of like the iPhone, like that.
Like think of 8 years ago. Think of 2015. That was 8 years ago.
Oh my god, that's weird. The Back to the Future date. So we had the pandemic. I mean, the biggest one's got to be COVID, and the pandemic is like, I'd say. And then like.
Still about. The pandemic still.
Yeah,
about.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, well, it was like, it's not like.
It's not what it was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like you just cannot imagine, and that's why I wonder about the writers. I wonder if the writers ever thought like,
Yeah, if they gave it a second thought or just threw out a random date, or maybe they like kind of thought, 15 years, maybe it'll still be like relevant-ish, or
that's
do you think they thought about like, because they could have just thrown out like 100 years and make it like, like
but then it's
absurd.
not as realistic. 15 years is not realistic, but it's kind of it's a lot more.
Yeah, it's not like 100. Yeah, like the guy's gonna be dead, right? So like, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's hard to say.
Anyways, okay.
And how the fuck do people like remember this?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, who's like going back and like.
My guess is someone just like found it and they posted it and then got traction somewhere or another, and then from that point on, I think it just like got people's attention, and then they're like, okay, a few more days, or that's today. Yeah. Disney posting it definitely fucking helped.
Yeah.
I think that's how Disney got to remember it. Because no way
Yeah,
Disney's
no
like,
way
no way,
someone's,
no
like,
way someone at
keeping
Disney has a
track of
calendar of, yeah, oh, guys, this episode just aired in 2008. Let's, okay, 15 years from now, we'll
That
go on
would be
Instagram
cool.
and
That
we
would
will
be pretty cool.
yeah. I mean,
But-
I just don't think that's the case.
Yeah, definitely not. Okay, so the next topic we have for you guys is Snoop Dogg quitting weed. This is news to me. I came in and then Colin was just telling me we're going over topics, and then he said Snoop Dogg's quitting weed. And I honestly I didn't believe him, but
What?
well, I didn't it's just such a crazy thing. I was just like, what?
Oh.
This guy's like when you think of weed, it's like Snoop Dogg's got to be like
The
people.
biggest stoner.
Yeah,
ever.
exactly. The guy's that's pretty much his whole career.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
Just like Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Gray are on the flow.
yeah, yeah, dude. It's integrated with his whole persona.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, yeah.
Right? Even the Bic lighters, dude. You know how he fucking collaborated with Martha Stewart for a Bic lighter or something? I don't know. And they were saying it was for lighting up and I don't know, just lighting a candle or some shit. I don't fucking know. But anyways, yeah, I didn't, well, I guess no one really expected it or saw it coming. Colin told me today, I didn't hear about it before that, but he basically made an Instagram post, and he said that he would be quitting, and he said please respect my personal time because it's a hard thing. I'm actually gonna pull it up.
So at first I was like, why does he need to post this? Why the fuck does it matter that he posts it? But then I was reminded that it's Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Here's what he said. He said, after much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke. Please respect my privacy at this time. And then the caption on the Instagram post just says, I'm giving up smoke. So I was looking at this, and immediately I went to the comments, and some of the comments are so funny. The top comment is just, the dude that rolled his blunts is unemployed for life, because he apparently
he did have people do that.
Employed to roll his blunts and stuff. And then there's another one, and then the next post is so funny. It's him, and he's just fucking sitting there. I don't even know what kind of fucking face that is, bro. And then the caption just says, respect my privacy, with the fucking flexing and the praying emoji.
Why?
And then the fucking...
That's such a weird emoji to put.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. And then the comments are it's so funny. Day 1 with no smoke. Snoop can't smell from his left ear. Can't see none from his left nostril, lol. And then people are saying, yeah, what Unc said, respect his privacy. And people are saying, then there's some people in here,
Y'all do realize Snoop is 52, and at this point in your life, when you want to change your life around for the better of your family.
it's bro, shut up. This guy's I don't know. And so, yeah, there's some people in the comments who are I guess not concerned, but supportive, right? And there's other people who are what the fuck? This guy says, I'm thinking about stop drinking, help me, bro. And then this guy says, it's spiritual to do what you're doing. Jeff, hope this helps. This is real. Be a game changer and cold message for people to get their health up in an authentic
He's
way.
a huge influence.
I might fuck around and stop my damn self. It's that deep. What the fuck does that mean, bro? This guy's just yapping on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, he's true in the sense of dude, he's a huge influence to people that do smoke.
Yeah, for sure.
People probably there's so many people out there that definitely smoke because of him, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
They're his age, and they're on the internet now, and they're like, what the fuck? I mean, he's getting old for sure. I love his gaming clips. You know the clips where they edit a game in, and then he's like, fuck, and he's those are so funny. Where he's freaking out, because dude, technically he's in FaZe Clan now, which is so stupid.
Dude, he's okay, Snoop Dogg has got to be one of the most random celebrities ever, bro. He does fucking commentating for the NFL, and then he just,
NHL.
And he comes to the NHL and
He's in the game. Is he still in the new games?
I don't even know. Actually, no, he's not. I have 23. He's not 23. But there's just, he's so fucking the collaborations, bro. The one with Martha Stewart, he's got a collaboration with who else? Then he's got the rapping, and then
he did a basketball thing with Britney Spears or something.
The guy does fucking everything. I bet if I search it up, you'll just find
he's in FaZe Clan. Dude, FaZe Clan, that's a whole different topic. FaZe Clan's fucked up right now. The fact that he's in fucking FaZe Clan shows that they're just trying to make a bag because he's playing games. But that clip is so funny. You know what I mean? Where he's freaking out.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Put that's so funny.
Yeah, and he does streaming and shit. Have you seen those? Yeah, it's
he's stupid fucking game, and he gets so mad. It's like speed, but just like mature.
Yeah,
Like a man,
Pretty
yeah.
much,
Yeah.
yeah. I know, but I feel like, do you think it's a good thing for his like overall brand persona? What do you think?
I think it's gonna draw eyes 100%. I think that he will get people looking at him in a different lens, but I don't think it's a bad thing. In fact, I think it's promoting a more healthy lifestyle for many, many people, and I think it speaks volumes. I think good on him. Don't know why he's doing it. It would be cool to know because it's very interesting as to why. But yeah, shout out Snoop Dogg. I think that he good for him. I'll say good for him.
Yeah, I think it was just like him and his family came to the conclusion. Like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if you smoke that much, it's almost like,
Dude, the withdrawals, like you said.
yeah, like that guy's
Oh.
gonna be fucking tweaking, bro.
I hope he's okay. I'll pray for him, man.
Yeah, but I feel like in a way it could be bad just because his whole personas are like pretty much like linked with the substance, you know what I mean? But I feel like at the same time, like you said, like all the other people that smoke and are maybe his age or older who are still addicted and still smoke like regularly is definitely like an eye opener for them to like, hey, like if Snoop Dogg's quitting, the guy who's like fucking
How I got into
famous
it.
for smoking weed, like pretty much, right? Like if he's stopped, like I can definitely stop, right? It almost gives people like hope in a sense.
For sure.
And I feel like maybe like his brand, like his image or brand, like switches to like being like healthy or you know what I mean? Like there's just
Imagine he's doing like smoothie collabs.
Yeah,
and,
he's
like,
fucking collaborating with like who else? Like fucking like Kevin Hart, you know? He's
Ninja
like,
Blade,
shit.
like
yeah,
Ninja
some like
Blade.
ninja creamy like ice cream thing. I don't know, but like with Snoop Dogg, like you never know what's going on, right? Like the
Yeah.
guy's just so like random. So I mean, good for him, and I hope he like inspires other people to stop and
And I hope
reconsider.
whatever he's dealing with, he can get sorted. If there's
Yeah.
any conflict.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, do you have anything else?
I don't have any more topics. Are you done?
I feel like I'm pretty much done, unless there's like
Okay.
anything else, but I have no internet, so I guess.
Okay. Well, this has been another episode of Avenues Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching, listening, liking, subscribing. We'll see you guys next week with a new episode. Peace.